You ever love somebody so hard that you forget to love yourself? I mean, really forget. Like you wake up one day and don't even recognize the woman in the mirror because you've been so busy trying to be enough for someone who is never going to choose you anyway? My name is Amina. I'm 35 years old. I work as a CNA in Atlanta. Overnight shifts, double shifts, any shift they'll give me. And for 3 years, I poured everything I had into a man who saw me as nothing more than a bank account with a heartbeat. This is the story of how I paid for another woman's wedding, with my own money, my own sacrifices, and my own foolish, loyal heart. And this is the story of how I finally woke up. Before I dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button so more people can hear stories like this while you're watching. I met Dre at a cookout in the summer of 2021. He was 28, fine as hell, with a smile that could make you forget your own name. He had this way of talking. Smooth, confident, like he knew exactly what you needed to hear. And Lord knows I needed to hear something good. I'd been single for 2 years after my last relationship fell apart. I was tired of dating men who didn't have their act together, but somehow Dre convinced me he was different. He had dreams. He was working on something big. He just needed a little time, a little support, a little faith. I gave him all 3. Within 6 months, he moved into my apartment. I didn't think twice about it. He said his lease was up and I thought, why not? We're building something together, right? But building together quickly turned into me building alone. Dre didn't have a steady job. He'd work here and there, delivery gigs, warehouse shifts, but nothing lasted. He always had an excuse. The manager was disrespectful. The hours didn't work. The pay wasn't worth it. And every time I told myself it was okay. He was trying. So I covered the rent. All of it. $1,200 a month. I paid the light bill, the water bill, the internet. I bought the groceries. I fixed his car when the transmission went out, $800. I paid his phone bill because he said he needed it to network for opportunities. And when he told me he wanted to record music, I paid for studio time, $300 a session. He went 4 times and never finished a single track. My friends started asking questions. Girl, what does he do all day? Amina, why are you paying for everything? He's almost 30 and you're taking care of him like he's your child? I'd get defensive. I'd make excuses. He just needs time. He's trying. Y'all don't know him like I do. But deep down I was starting to feel it. The exhaustion. The loneliness. I'd come home after a 12-hour shift, bone-tired, feet aching, and he'd be on the couch playing 2K with his boys on the headset. I'd ask him to rub my feet, just for a few minutes, and he'd say, "After this game, babe." The game never ended. I'd reach for him in bed at night, craving closeness, just wanting to feel wanted, and he'd turn to face the wall. I'm tired, Amina. Damn. I'd cook dinner and wait for him to come home. Sometimes he wouldn't show up until 11 midnight, 1 in the morning. The food would be cold. He'd eat it without a thank you and go straight to bed. I started to feel like a ghost in my own relationship. Like I was there but not really seen. Not really loved. But I told myself that's just how men are sometimes. They need space. They need time. They're not as emotional as women. I convinced myself that if I just loved him harder, gave him more, supported him better, he'd eventually see my worth. I was wrong. By year 2, I wasn't just giving anymore. I was begging. Begging for attention. Begging for affection. Begging for him to care. I tried to start conversations about us, about where we were going, about how I was feeling. And he'd shut me down every time. Baby, can we talk? Amina, I'm busy. Chill. I just feel like we're not connecting anymore. You always doing too much. Can't you just relax? I started second-guessing everything. Was I too needy? Too emotional? Too much? I'd ask for small things. Simple things. Can you hold me for a minute? You emotional for nothing. Can we go out this weekend? Just me and you. I don't got the money for all that. But he had money for sneakers. Money for weed. Money to go out with his boys. I started to shrink. I stopped asking for things. I stopped expecting things. I just kept giving, hoping that one day he'd wake up and realize how much I loved him. One day he'd choose me back. Around month 20, Dre started asking for more. Not just bills anymore. Not just little things here and there. Big money. Babe, I got a job opportunity. I just need 200 to get the uniform and equipment. I start next week. I gave it to him. He never started the job. Yo, I got a plug who can help me flip some money. I just need 500 to get in on it. I gave it to him. Nothing ever came of it. My mom's in the hospital. I need 1,000 to help with the bills. I gave it to him. His mom was fine. She called me 2 weeks later asking how I was doing. He lied. Over and over. And I kept believing him. Because I wanted to believe that my love, my loyalty, my sacrifice meant something. Somewhere around year 3 things changed. Dre started dressing better. New clothes I didn't buy. New cologne I didn't recognize. He started going to the gym. Started caring about his appearance in a way he never did when it was just me. He got secretive with his phone. He'd take calls in the other room. He'd angle the screen away from me when he texted. He'd put it face down on the table always. When I asked who he was talking to, he'd snap. Why you in my business? You don't trust me. And like a fool I'd apologize. I'm sorry, baby. I didn't mean it like that. He started going out more. Late nights. Weekends. Always had somewhere to be. I'm networking. I'm linking with the guys. I'm handling business. But I could feel it. In my gut. In my bones. Something was wrong. I just didn't want to believe it. I was 35. I'd given 3 years to this man. I didn't want to start over. I didn't want to be alone again. So I stayed quiet. I kept working. Kept paying. Kept hoping. One morning I checked my bank account and froze. $3,500. Gone. I called Dre immediately. Dre, where's the money? What money? Don't play with me. $3,500 is missing from my account. Why you always nagging? Why you always accusing me of something? You don't trust me. I felt myself shrinking again. Apologizing again. I'm not accusing you, baby. I just need to know. I borrowed it for something important. I'll pay you back. He never did. 2 weeks later, I was at work, sitting in the break room during my lunch. My coworker Shanice sat down next to me, phone in hand, eyes wide. Amina, is this your man? She turned her phone toward me. Facebook. A video. A wedding video. And there he was. Dre. In a tuxedo. Fresh haircut. Smiling like he just won the lottery. Standing at an altar. Next to a woman I'd never seen before. Beautiful. Smiling. Holding his hand. The caption read, "Love wins. Mr. and Mrs. Collins." I felt my chest cave in. I couldn't breathe. I grabbed the phone and watched the whole video. The vows. The kiss. The reception. People cheering. And all I could think was, that's my money. That's my rent money. That's my overtime. That's my sacrifice. He used me to marry someone else. I dropped the phone. And I broke. I left work early. I drove home in a daze. I don't even remember the drive. When I walked into the apartment, most of his things were gone. He'd moved out while I was at work. No note. No explanation. Just gone. I called him. Over and over. He didn't answer. Finally, he texted me. You acting crazy. Me and you were never official like that. Move on. Then he blocked me. I sat on the floor of my empty living room and sobbed. Not because I missed him, but because I felt so stupid. Stupid for believing him. Stupid for giving everything. Stupid for thinking I was building a future when he was just using me as a stepping stone to someone else. I couldn't eat. Couldn't sleep. I called out of work for 3 days straight. My savings were gone. My energy was gone. My faith in love was gone. I thought I'd lost everything. 2 months went by. I was still healing. Still rebuilding. Still trying to figure out how to trust myself again. Then at 2:47 in the morning, my phone rang. It was Dre. I almost didn't answer, but something in me needed to hear what he had to say. Hello. He was crying. Slurring. Drunk or high or both. Amina. I messed up. I messed up so bad. I didn't say anything. She left me. Keisha. She took everything. She drained my accounts. Ran up my credit cards. Sold my PS5, my laptop, everything. Then she left divorce papers on the table and ran off with her real boyfriend. I should have felt satisfaction, but I just felt numb. She only married me to get the money, he continued. The money I told her I saved up. The money you. He stopped himself. I finished the sentence for him. The money I gave you. Silence. Amina, I'm sorry. I know I hurt you. But I need help. I got nobody else. Can you? No. My voice was steady, calm, cold. Now you know how it feels to give your heart to someone who only saw you as a wallet. I hung up, and for the first time in 3 years I felt free. I'm not gonna lie and say I healed overnight. I didn't. Took time, therapy, hard conversations with myself. But I stopped begging for love. I stopped shrinking myself to make space for people who didn't value me. I rebuilt my savings. I set boundaries. I learned to hear my own voice again. Dre tried to reach out a few more times. I never responded. I didn't need closure from him. I gave it to myself. And now when I look in the mirror I see her again. Amina. Not the woman who gave everything away, but the woman who finally chose herself. If you've ever loved someone who didn't love you back, who used you, who made you feel like you were too much and not enough at the same time, I see you. And I'm here to tell you, you deserve better. You always did. Don't wait for the betrayal to wake you up. Wake yourself up. Choose yourself. And walk away before they take everything. Because baby, your love is priceless. And it's time you started treating it that way. If this story hit you in any way, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss the next one.